Hello traders, my name is Olimpiu Tuns, and thanks for joining me here, for watching this live trading session, this Forex live webinar. Let's talk about the non-farm payrolls, but first of all, here is the risk disclaimer, and as always, please read it. It's important for you to understand the risks when trading on Forex market, on CFDs, cryptocurrencies. Please email support if you have maybe questions about subscription, about services, more questions, and don't forget that you can use this code, this coupon 21 off if you want to become a VIP member, and if you want to become a VIP member to get our trades, our trade management, our VIP content, you can access the link posted right below this video. Thank you guys. So let's take a look on the economic calendar. So as you already know, the US is to release its non-farm employment change, the non-farm payrolls later. So also the unemployment rate is expected to drop from 4.8% to 4.7%. Also, the average hourly earnings, this indicator is expected to increase by 0.4% versus 0.6% in September. Okay, so also don't forget, if you are trading the Canadian dollar maybe, or if you are trading the US oil or something, you should also be careful here because the unemployment change from Canada, unemployment rate from Canada could bring some volatility. Also later in a few minutes. Okay, so first of all, let's take a look. Hello guys, I will take a look on your questions. I will take a look on your questions and messages right after the non-farm payrolls release. Thank you guys. Hello Andy, Emma, Corey, Sami, Sebastian. Yeah, Sami, spike up and down. Yeah, most likely we'll have something like maybe sharp movement on the dollar index in both directions. Maybe before we'll have a clear direction. That's why it's very important for you to understand that it's risky to trade before the non-farm payrolls release and right after the non-farm payrolls release, because most likely we'll have sharp movements in both directions before we'll have a clear movement, a clear direction. So right now let's take a look on the dollar index. The DXY, it has reached 94.50, this former high, static resistance level, so an upside obstacle. Corey, with the Canadian news, should we focus on GU instead? Personally, I believe that we'll have some volatility, sharp movements on all majors right now, also on commodities, on silver, on gold, maybe also on US oil. I've told you, so also on US equities, maybe. So you should be careful. You should be careful, and if you are not an experienced trader, maybe you should wait until the markets will calm down, will cool down, before maybe you'll identify new trades. So let's talk about the dollar index right now. So I told you that it has reached this resistance 94.50. Yeah, and it has registered an important growth here, rally, after escaping from this descending pitchfork here. I will delete my descending pitchfork from here, only because the US data, actually the US economy, the US data supported this growth registered by the dollar index. The US, it has released better than expected data in the previous days. So, but here you should be careful around this resistance level, upside obstacle. Also, we have the R1, the weekly R1, 94.53. Yeah, and don't forget that we have this resistance area 94.64, 94.73 resistance area. But right now the dollar index is strongly bullish after here taking out this resistance, static resistance 94.30. So breakout, retest, bullish momentum here, and right now further growth here towards the medium line of the ascending pitchfork towards this resistance area could signal that the US dollar could appreciate further versus its rivals. Giovanni, hello, here also today looking for opportunities on platinum and gold. We'll take a look on platinum and gold as well. James, does anyone know when the NFP is? So it's in 1 minute, guys. One moment, because I will also refresh my my economic calendar here. For today I'm using only Forex Factory here, and so unemployment rate 6.7% in Canada, better than expected. Employment change 31,200, and yeah, non-farm payrolls, non-farm employment change better than expected, guys. Let's wait also for the unemployment rate, also for the average hourly earnings. Let's take a look. So right now the dollar index rallies as expected after better than expected non-farm payrolls, and yeah, it's out. No, Giovanni, actually the dollar index rallies as expected, and I've sent you earlier an analysis talking about the dollar index into the Telegram groups, and I've told you guys that further growth here could signal USD's appreciation, and I've told you that personally maybe I want to see something like this for the dollar index to take out this resistance zone, to make a value breakout also above the medium line of the ascending pitchfork, because something like this, an upside breakout above all these immediate resistance levels, could bring us maybe new long opportunities in the US dollar. Yeah, let's take a look again. So unemployment rate in the United States better than expected. An important unexpected also drop from 4.8% to 4.6%, below 4.7% expected, and also average hourly earnings in line with expectations. Also from Canada, mixed data here, only because you can see here that the employment change was reported worse than expected, and only the unemployment rate was reported better than expected. Okay, so let's start with Euro US dollar, guys. Sorry. So right now here, Euro versus the US dollar, 1.1529 was seen as support. And yesterday the pair registered on a false breakdown with great separation, a temporary rebound, but the pressure is still high, and the dollar index is rally right now, forces the pair to drop. So you already know from my analysis, from my sessions, that I'm using this correlation. And here what I'm looking for is something like this. Yeah, so this aggressive sell-off rally, but I don't want to sell it here. Maybe I'll want to see something like this, maybe for the price to come back to retest maybe the broken 1.1529 before dropping deeper, guys. Yeah, so I don't want to sell here, only because the dollar index rallies right now, only because maybe the non-farm payrolls was released or was reported better than expected. Giovanni, gold falling, yeah, gold will high or down. Let's take a look also on gold right now, guys. But I believe that the price of gold drops. Yeah, it's natural, only because the dollar index rallies, and personally when the US dollar appreciates versus its rivals, when the dollar index increases, personally I don't want to be long on gold. Yeah, and I believe that also silver drops right now. Yeah, sell off here after registering only a false breakout here above the 23.6 after failing to reach the weekly pivot point. I will come back to silver later. Let's take a look again on gold. Personally, I don't have something really good here on gold, and I don't want to sell it right now, only because I have this this sell-off right now, because you can see here that we have something like swing higher. Yeah, breakdown, valid breakdown, but here unfortunately it has failed to stabilize below 1771.98. So right now, personally, I don't have something really good. I don't want to go short here, only because maybe if the dollar index will find strong resistance, if it will maybe fail to take out all these resistance levels, something like maybe a reversal or something like a pin bar here, a bearish reversal pattern or something, even if the non-farm payrolls was reported better than expected, something like a downside movement here in the dollar index could force the price of gold to increase. That's why I told you guys earlier, it's important for you to understand that it's risky to trade around these high impact events, because anything could happen. The first reaction here, yeah, it was an important rally here in the dollar index. It has reached a new fresh high, 94.62, but right now it has retreated a little. Maybe let's take a look on 1 hour. Maybe it will I don't know, maybe it will come back to retest 94.50, or maybe we'll try to also to validate its breakout above the R1, test, retest, consolidations, or something like this here before jumping higher. So that's why I've told you, you should be careful. Oh, one moment, I will take a look on that. So yeah, one moment, I will answer to your question. Andy Smith, when USD is so strong, how is USD versus the Mexican peso dropping? Can we look at US dollar versus Mexican peso? That's not my trade, that's Orlando's trade. So right now, I told you, we had an important rally here in the short term, yeah, but unfortunately this retreat, if we'll take a look on lower time frames, let's take a look on maybe 15 minutes, you can see that this retreat from today's high, 94.62, yeah, it has forced maybe the US dollar to depreciate versus its rivals right now in the short term. That's why I've told you that anything could happen around these high impact events, and yeah, better than expected data normally bring maybe more buyers into maybe the dollar index or on the US dollar, but right now we have maybe something like a strange reaction after this rally, and in the short term maybe the dollar index could come back maybe to retest also the 94.30 before jumping higher, yeah, because maybe the dollar index is way too overbought to be able to continue to increase. Yeah, and that's why maybe the dollar index will come back maybe to retest also this support level before jumping higher. I've told you earlier today in my analysis, I've sent an analysis into the Telegram groups talking about 94.50 as strong resistance levels, upside obstacle. So something like this here, maybe a pin bar, false breakout with great separation, test, retest, or a bearish pattern here could signal a potential drop here. But let's wait, guys, because yeah, better than expected non-farm payrolls, unemployment rate, average hourly earnings in line with expectations, could still force maybe the dollar index to increase despite temporary declines, despite temporary drops. Yeah. Sergio, Orlando, please share an opinion on euro versus the Japanese yen selling like yesterday. Personally, I'm not sorry, I'm not Orlando, I'm Olympio, and maybe Orlando will host a new session maybe later today. Yeah, it's Daily Edge, it's Forex live webinar, maybe something like end of the week session webinar, maybe. Yeah, he will come with something with new trades or analysis or something later today, only because maybe we'll find something later after the markets will calm down, will cool down after these sharp movements. I've told you also that we may have sharp movements in both directions in the short term. Gold again, let's take a look. And I will take a look on also on our messages, and I will try to take a look also on all markets. So yeah, I told you earlier that this could happen if the dollar index will retreat after that rally. I've told you that the price of gold could still increase, and technically, in my opinion, after its failure, maybe here to stabilize below this former low, to extend its this downside movement, its sell-off. The upside pressure is still high in the short term on gold, yeah. But also, personally, I don't want to buy it. Maybe also, as long as it stays, let's take a look. Maybe below this level, psychological level, 1,800, maybe psychological level. So yeah, Andy Smith both recovering. I've told you that dollar index is potential retreat could force silver and gold to increase. So maybe I will consider going long in gold, but only if I don't know, maybe if the price will make an upside breakout above this psychological level. Also, if it will maybe jump, close, and stabilize above the weekly R1, 1,805.31. If the price of gold will make something like this, consolidation, accumulation, strong consolidation and stabilization above 1,800 psychological level could signal potential further growth. But I believe that this scenario will take shape only if the dollar index will drop deeper. Yeah. So personally, I'll wait here to see how the price will react later here around this resistance level, yeah, before deciding maybe to go long or short. We had something like this in the short term, maybe something like a down channel, aggressive breakout, and here if it stabilizes above the weekly pivot point, if it will maybe close this 4-hour candle, in 18 minutes, maybe something like this to print a false breakdown with great separation. So it has dropped it below the weekly pivot point to close far above it. Something like this followed by a strong maybe bullish candle could signal potential growth, but we'll have to wait for confirmation. Yeah. Gold and silver drops. I don't know. We'll have to wait to see if right now it has also silver. It has recovered, but something like this in silver as well. So it has jumped above. It has found support here around the 50% retracement level. It has jumped above this immediate downtrend line, so that's why I want to see something here. I want to see the price of silver stabilizing above the broken downtrend line, and also here as well, something like a pin bar, false breakdown with great separation. Let's take a look. Also below the daily pivot point, maybe followed by a strong bullish candle, maybe followed by a new higher high could signal potential growth, but we'll have to wait because the dollar index could still increase after maybe a temporary drop or something. So right now the dollar index is in the green again, so maybe the price of silver and gold will drop. Yeah. Euro versus the US dollar again. So I've told you earlier that personally I'm waiting for a valid breakdown here below 1.1529, because please take a look here. If this breakdown will be invalidated, if the price will close this maybe this candle above 1.1529, or if the price could close this candle below this support downside obstacle, but it could print something like this, strong bullish candle, something like I don't know, major bullish engulfing here could signal that we may have something like an upside movement. So that's why I told you that in euro versus the US dollar, I'm waiting, guys, maybe for confirmation, for the price to confirm its breakdown here. Yeah. If the price will come back to test, to retest, to stay below 1.1529, to register only false breakouts above this level, then maybe we can identify new short opportunities here in euro versus the US dollar. Okay. One moment, because I want to invite maybe more members here. Okay, so let's take a look again on gold. I don't know, will gold fail to retest 1782, 1782? I don't know. I've told you that I'll wait for something here. I'll wait maybe for the price to close this candle in 14 minutes, and I'll wait for maybe for a new candle here, and I'll wait for confirmation, because right now it's risky to buy it, it's risky to sell it, yeah. And also here, I believe that as long as it stays above, it has plunged here, but it has failed to reach to retest my medium line of the ascending pitchfork. So something here like a sideways movement, consolidation, accumulation above the weekly pivot point, after maybe something like a false breakdown of great separation, could signal potential growth, but we'll have to wait, guys. And I believe that something like this, dropping, stabilizing below the pivot point, and also dropping, stabilizing below the medium line of the ascending pitchfork, will invalidate potential further growth and could bring us new short opportunities. But I told you, right now I don't want to sell it, to sell gold here right now, as long as I don't have a clear direction in the dollar index, because the dollar index is at resistance. Okay, so I can tell you what to do if you sold at 82, or because personally I don't have a trade, a current trade in gold right now, so I can't tell you what to do. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm only here to share my opinion. Corey, Cole James, on what time frame do you do your forecasting? So yeah, I'm taking a look on maybe I'm starting with weekly, daily, and then most of the time I like to trade on 4 hours, but I'm also looking on 1 hour, on 30 minutes, 15 minutes, when I have something in the short term. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look. US 30. Let's take a look on US equities right now. Wow, what an important rally right now. The Dow Jones Industrial Average has reached a fresh new all-time high, 36,286. So we don't have something here. I've told you guys to be careful at this potential dynamic resistance. Breakout, retest. Right now a new higher high could signal potential further growth in US 30, but personally I don't want to go long here around the fresh all-time highs. Also here, the US 100, the Nasdaq, it has invalidated the potential rising wedge pattern, so further growth here. Also fresh new all-time highs here, 16,434.6. the bias is still bullish. US 500 as well. And finally here in US 500 on the S&P, the price has managed to jump and to stabilize above the medium line of the ascending pitchfork. Okay, so it has jumped, retested the medium line, and right now, the bias is still bullish as long as it stays above the medium line. Let's take a look again on the dollar index because, the volatility is high right now. Still undecided here around the 94.50, around the weekly R1. One moment. 94.53, guys. We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait. And also, even if the DXY reaches this area, something like a pin bar, false breakout with great separation for the price to jump above all these, to close far below them, test, retest, could signal potential drop technically, yeah. But right now it's still bullish, it's strongly bullish in the dollar index, and as long as it stays above 94.30, and if it will maybe validate its breakout above 94.50, then it could also take out these resistance levels, yeah. Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, it has retreated, it continues to move somehow sideways here in the short term. The bias is still bullish as long as it stays above the 23.6, above the weekly pivot point. Let's take a look on 1 hour. Please, US dollar versus the Swiss franc. Yeah, I've told you that I will take a look on your messages on all markets, but right now I want to talk about Bitcoin. So personally, I believe that the upside pressure is still high after making this false breakdown with great separation below the weekly pivot point, below the 23.6, below 60,566.87. But here, unfortunately, it has printed only a false breakout here above the immediate downtrend line, and I will have to wait for something here. But as I've told you, personally, I have something like a support zone here, and maybe moving sideways here, or also test, retest, false breakdowns here, or if the price will fail to approach this support zone and the valid breakout here above 61,781.83, above the immediate downtrend line, could signal a potential upside movement in Bitcoin. So GBPUSD. Let's continue with majors, yeah, because I believe that you are interested in majors. So the pressure is still high here after dropping below these former lows here in the British pound versus the US dollar. But also it has dropped it right below 1.3483, historical support level, former resistance, former higher high. And also here, maybe I'll wait for rebound, test, retest before dropping deeper or something, yeah, because it's risky to sell it here, yeah, because we have this level 1.3411, yeah, as support. So I don't want to sell it here right above this former low. I've talked about gold. I'm sorry, I've talked about gold. I've shared my opinion. and I will not tell you what to do, because I've told you I'm not a financial advisor. I've shared my opinion in gold. I've told you that I don't have a trade right now in gold. I've told you that I'm waiting for the dollar index to bring a clear direction, and then maybe I will, if the dollar when I'll get confirmation that the dollar index will resume its growth, maybe then I will look for shorts in gold. But no, we don't have a 100% negative correlation, so I don't know right now. Yeah, and I know that you are worried, but yeah, this is not my fault. I've told you that it's risky to trade around the non-farm payrolls, around the high impact events. Yeah. And I don't know what 82 you are talking about, so please be more specific. Mustafa, Imad, hi Olympio, do you see any movements in New Zealand dollar versus US dollar for give to recover? Thanks. Yeah, I will take a look on majors right now, but please be patient. I will be here maybe for more than 1 hour, so the British pound versus the US dollar, maybe it's too late here to sell it. Yeah, I told you we have this former low, but something like a rebound or something like I don't know, something like a temporary flag or something like continuation pattern could bring us new short opportunities in the British pound versus the US dollar. That's why I don't want to take action right now on this market, because I don't have something. We have this sell-off, and also after this amazing sell-off, downside movement, we cannot exclude temporary rebounds for the price to try to come back higher, to retest broken levels, resistance levels or something before dropping deeper. Yeah. Let's draw here something like descending pitchfork. Let's see if this tool will help us here. Something like this maybe. So 1, 2, and 3, test, retest, false breakouts, and here very important, new lower low, signal at the downside movement. And right now, guys, we have something like a conference area here at the intersection of the medium line with 1.3411. We'll have to wait, because failing to reach the medium line could signal potential growth in the short term, or something like a bullish pattern here could bring us long opportunities. And I really believe that only taking out these support levels could signal larger drop. Platinum support, Giovanni, I will take a look on that market, but please, I'm trying here to cover all markets. I'm trying to answer to more questions, a lot of questions here, and this meet seems to have survived okay. So far it has not been yeah. So US dollar versus the Japanese yen, it continues to move sideways in the short term, and I've told you guys that as long as it stays above the 23.6, 113.38, the bias is still bullish despite this breakdown from this up channel. So moving sideways here, failing to make a new lower low, failing to make a very breakdown here below these. The US dollar versus the Japanese yen could resume its growth, but I'm waiting for something here as well. Maybe we have something like a pattern, like a triangle in the short term here on the US dollar versus the Japanese yen, maybe something like this. And I believe that an upside breakout here, a new higher high maybe, for the price to jump to close above this former high 114.27 could signal potential growth, an upside continuation. And I believe that only dropping here, making a new lower low, also making a very breakdown below the 23.6 could indicate and announce a larger downside movement in US dollar versus the Japanese yen. Yeah. Okay, so US dollar, Canadian dollar, before talking about this platinum, let's take a look. Okay, sorry about that. So let's take a look here on Platinum for Giovanni. Support 1020. Giovanni, I believe I've talked about this market in my previous webinar or something, and yeah, I've talked about about 1019 as support, and I still believe that it's still a support. And maybe Giovanni, only this is only my opinion, something like this maybe, as long as it stays above 1019, above the uptrend line, you can see that it has failed to approach to reach the uptrend line, and maybe something like this, an upside breakout, maybe a new higher high or something, jumping, closing and stabilizing, maybe above 38.2, 1042.50 or something could signal potential growth or something. So personally, Giovanni, I will maybe I'll look for longs here as long as the price stays above this support, above this uptrend line. But I will need confirmation. I will need a good entry, a good setup here. Yeah, because here after this drop failing to retest the uptrend line, a rally here, but the price failed to approach to retest maybe this former high, signaling some pressure here, and it could still maybe come back to approach to reach the uptrend line. But I told you that taking out this immediate downtrend line resistance, and I don't know, making a new higher high to jump to close to stabilize above 1049.42 could signal potential growth here. So this is my opinion here in Platinum. Also something like this. I will delete all these, and also something like this, Giovanni, here, in my opinion. So 1, 2, and 3, an ascending pitchfork here. Unfortunately, the price failed here to stabilize above the upper medium line of the ascending pitchfork. In these former attempts, sorry, need to thank Olympia for being so prompt on informing us on updates in the group chat compared to others being good or bad trades. Yeah, I'm trying. Sorry, I'm trying to do my best here to find good trades, and even if I don't have a good trade, or even if I'm a bad trader, yeah, I will admit it. I will come back with my updates, even if my trades registered a loss, reached my stop loss. So yeah, that's me, and I will always update you guys. I will always share my opinion with you guys, my trades, my trade management. If you want to follow my trade, it's fine. If you don't want to follow my trade, it's fine as well. Also, if you like my analysis, you can also like this video here right now. And yeah, so this is my opinion on Platinum, Giovanni. I don't have something really good right now. Let's take a look if we'll draw maybe something like this, like a descending pitchfork drop. Yeah, I've told you, personally I believe that something like this, I've told you, a new higher high here could signal and could confirm potential growth, upside continuation or something. Because yeah, right now in the short term the bias is still bullish. Giovanni, thanks for letting me analyze. It's at the top of my watch list. Yeah, personally, I'm not a big fan of that market, but yeah, if my analysis was useful or something, yeah. Okay, US dollar, Canadian dollar. Let's take a look again on the dollar index. So the dollar index is still there above 94.50. USD, Canadian dollar. So yeah, 1.2471, guys. This former high, yeah, was seen as resistance. Yeah. Also, one moment. Also, this level. Let's take a look actually on 1 hour, because I want to explain something here, guys. So 1.2471 as resistance, and 1.2448 as support, right? You can see that it has registered only false breakout, upside breakout, bearish engulfing, and after this false upside breakout, maybe something like this, maybe closing stabilizing below 1.2448 could signal potential deeper drop in the short term. But you should be careful, because anything could happen. The price could also here on 1 hour could close this candle far above 1.2448, so you will have to wait for confirmation. Yeah, test, retest or something here before dropping deeper, or for the price to make a new lower low here. A bearish closure below 1.2440 could signal a deeper drop, and I believe that maybe only false breakdowns here below 1.2448, test, retest or something, if the price will stay within this range. False breakdowns could maybe signal a very upside breakout from this range. Yeah, so it's important. One moment. Also here it has failed to stay above this high here. So in the short term the pressure is high here. Also after its failure here to reach the 150% Fibonacci line, but technically, personally, I'm still waiting for the price to approach to reach the 150% Fibonacci line, and maybe when the price will hit this dynamic resistance, maybe it will also make a valid breakout above it. So staying above today's low here, moving sideways in the short term, a valid breakout here above the 150% Fibonacci line, or a new higher high, an upside breakout above 1.2471, above the 150% Fibonacci line could signal potential growth or something. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on this market, and when I have something, I will come back to you guys for the VIP members. With my personal trade, if you want to follow it, if you want to copy my trade, to follow my trade, if you I don't know, can afford to, if you afford to, if you afford to lose, I don't know, 1% per trade, or if you can follow my trades, my trade management if you want, of course. Yeah, temporary growth again here, so we'll have to wait, because taking out these resistance levels could signal potential growth. US dollar, Swiss franc, guys. Yeah, is that resistance? In my opinion here, I will delete this one from here. I will also I will keep this uptrend line, and you can see here that the US dollar versus the Swiss franc, it has decreased within this descending pitchfork body between the upper medium line and the medium line. So the medium line is seen and represents a dynamic support. The upper medium line is seen as resistance, as a dynamic resistance. So right now is at resistance. You can see that we had false breakout in the past, and right now we'll have to wait for a valid breakout here before maybe considering going long or something, because making something like this, new maybe false breakout, bearish engulfing, false breakout, great separation, or something like a bearish pattern here could also signal that the price could come back down. But right now I believe that this market is bullish, something like this. Is strongly bullish right now after reaching these former lows, this demand zone area. And personally I will look for longs here if the price will do something like this, too close to stabilize above the upper medium line to test to retest it. Then I will maybe look for longs here in US dollar versus the Swiss franc. And also if the dollar index will resume its growth, let's take a look again. So if the dollar index will maybe take out these resistance levels, if it will resume its growth, if it will jump higher towards fresh new highs here, then the US dollar versus the Swiss franc will develop an important upside movement. Actually will have something like a bullish reversal here after this correction, retreat, downside movement. New Zealand dollar, US dollar. So I believe that someone asked me about hi Olympi, do you see any movement in New Zealand dollar, US dollar? Mustafa Imad, for Kiwi to recover, thanks. So for the Kiwi to recover, so I believe that I don't know, you are long on this pair or something. So we had something like this here, because personally I'm deleting maybe my my analysis to build other analysis, fresh analysis, because so we had something like a sideways movement here, breakdown, the price has rebounded to retest the weekly pivot point, drop, and right now a new lower low. So in my opinion the pressure is still high here right now, but we also have something like this, maybe something like a channel pattern or something. Right now we are at support S2 weekly. Also we have this zone area here. One moment, because we have something like former top here. We'll see. Stabilizing below 0.7088, below S2 could signal potential drop here, and only staying above it could bring the price higher. But if the dollar index will drop deeper, if the price will if the dollar index will jump higher towards fresh new highs, maybe yeah, the US dollar will be expected to appreciate versus rivals, and then maybe the New Zealand dollar US dollar could extend its drop. Also one moment here, because I want to measure this here. Actually I will one moment. So we had something like a range here, 87 pips. So something like this, 87 pips. So after escaping from this range here, and also something like this here, like a double top breakdown. So 87 pips. The New Zealand dollar versus US dollar is still vulnerable as long as it stays within this pattern. If it maybe stabilizes below this former low or something. So personally I don't have something really good right now, because I've told you the dollar index is at resistance, and even if the dollar index is strongly bullish, is still strongly bullish, I'm still waiting for something something like clear direction. If the dollar index, if I'll get confirmation that the dollar index will extend its rally, then maybe I will look for shorts here or something. But right now we had something here, yeah. After this false breakout, after this bearish engulfing, maybe we had something here. But right now it's risky to sell it here at support, yeah. Adam Queen, US dollar Mexican peso hit stop loss. That was not my trade. I believe that Orlando will come back with the update later. It was his trade. So Australian dollar, US dollar, it has dropped as much as 0.7359, and as long as it stays below my medium line of the descending pitchfork, the pressure is still high. But right now in the short term, it has registered only false breakdown with great separation below the 50% retracement level, and right now it could come back to retest the medium line, yeah. And here as well, I don't want to go short right now here on Australian dollar, US dollar, even if the dollar index is still in the green right now. I'm waiting for something much better, yeah. We had something here, guys. 1, 2, and 3 drop test retests of the upper medium line, false breakouts, and this massive drop here, false breakout with great separation here, and maybe new lower low here, signal at potential drop. Also very important, breakdown here below and through this uptrend line. It has tried to retest the broken uptrend line. It has failed to do it, to retest it. It has registered only false breakouts above the 23.6, above the S1. And here, very important, we had something here after dropping below 0.7412, after making a new lower low here. Yeah. So the pressure is still high, and this pair, Australian dollar versus US dollar, could resume its sell-off. Yeah. As long as it stays within the descending pitchfork's body, as long as it stays below the medium line, and maybe temporary rebounds to retest this level could bring us new opportunities or something, or if the price will stay right below the medium line of the descending pitchfork. Gold again, let's take a look. Yeah. It has increased right now, and I've told you that I've told you guys that stabilizing above the weekly pivot point, and after this false breakdown of great separation, making a new higher high, also a valid breakout upside, valid breakout above this downtrend line could signal potential growth. So I will keep an eye on gold, also on silver. I've told you also here, but I'm still waiting for confirmation also here. Yeah. Also on actually maybe later today I will record my daily video, and I will talk about something like a major reversal pattern or something here in silver. Yeah. So don't forget to visit our YouTube channel, Learn to Trade YouTube channel, to subscribe, to share our videos. You can learn a lot from our videos. You can like my videos. You can comment right below my videos. And don't forget that I will send you later today, guys, my opinion in silver. I will talk about a major maybe reversal pattern on silver. But yeah, right now let's take a look on US oil. It has found support. I've told you earlier today in my analysis. I've sent a short analysis into the VIP group, I believe, talking about this sell-off after this false breakdown of great separation below the S2, and I've told you guys that the price of US oil could come back maybe to retest the 23.6, the 80.77, also the broken lower medium line of the ascending pitchfork. Finally, the price has escaped from this ascending pitchfork's body after its failure here to stabilize above the medium line. It has retested the medium line. Right now it has dropped it below the lower medium line, and here maybe retest of the 80.77. As long as it stays within the descending pitchfork body below the upper medium line. Maybe we'll have a new downside movement, yeah, and 76.95, 76.88 is seen as support, yeah. And I've told you guys that maybe we'll have great long opportunities if the price will drop towards this zone here. So something like this maybe, and from here maybe we'll have something like a new long opportunities in US oil. Yeah. One moment. If you have maybe more questions, if you want me to take a look on a specific market, please, I'm still here. Okay. Let's take a look also on the Japanese yen, British pound, Japanese yen. Maybe we'll have something soon around these former highs here after this massive drop sell-off. Personally, I will look for something like long opportunity. Euro, Japanese yen, sell-off, and here on this market, on this pair, a downside breakout from this channel could signal sharp movements. Euro, Japanese yen, yeah. Australian dollar, Japanese yen, after escaping from this pattern, new lower low here. Temporary bond retest, new lower low here, dropping below the 23.6, below this low. Yeah, the pressure is still high in Australian dollar, Japanese yen. Also here, maybe you remember I told you about this upside breakout, this failure to stabilize above the downtrend line, and right now new lower low, so the pressure is still high. So let's take a look on the Japanese yen basket. So if this index will continue to increase, Japanese yen basket, we have something like pattern here, but in my opinion, I've told you here as well that maybe stabilizing above the 89.96, above the R1, making a new higher high or something, or as long as it stays above the uptrend line, could bring us new upside movements here. And if this index will continue to increase, an upside continuation, potential further growth here could force the Japanese yen guys to appreciate. Yeah, so when this index increases, the Japanese yen could appreciate versus its rivals. That's why the euro versus the Japanese yen, it's bearish right now. Also, it has registered an aggressive breakout above 9,029. So in the short term, the bias is bullish here, and potential further growth could force the yen to appreciate. 6J, let's take a look also on Japanese yen futures. Yeah, sideways movement or something, but here as well, maybe if the Japanese yen futures will jump higher. I've told you that we have something like a resistance 0.0088 or something, an upside breakout, potential growth here could signal that the yen could appreciate. Yeah, Cooper. CFDs on Cooper. So let's take a look. Personally, I don't have this market on my watch list, but let's take a look on this market as well. That's why I'm here. Okay. Maybe we'll have something here, guys, if so you can see that it has found some support here around the weekly S1 4.2635. And I believe that maybe something like this or like this. So something like a down channel. Failing to stabilize right below the 61.8 could signal that the price of Cooper ended maybe its decline, but also after all these failures to come back to retest the downside line. But personally, maybe I want to see an upside breakout, valid breakout above the downtrend line. Test, retest, consolidation, accumulation before maybe jumping higher. Maybe I will keep an eye also. Maybe I will also keep an eye on this market. But yeah, I don't like the price action too much here. Something like a, I don't know, sideways movement. It has also dropped right below 4.3545. Maybe coming back above this level, stabilizing above it could bring us something. And yeah, if I'll have something, I will come back also with my opinion, with my trade. In copper. Also something like this, guys. So 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, drop, test, retest, false breakouts, new lower low, signaled maybe potential drop. And right now it has reached the medium line of the descending pitchfork. Only false breakdowns. And yeah, if the price will escape from this channel to jump to stabilize above 4.3545, yeah, it could bring us something. Also, we can draw this one, something like this. Something like this. Maybe it's better like this from this low. So yeah, false breakdowns below the 61.8, false breakdowns below the medium line, and I believe that an upside breakout escaping from this pattern could bring us an upside reversal here in the short term. Okay, Raza, thank you for your message. Rohit Kumar, where to trade crypto in crypto? Please email support. I've told you several times. Please email support if you want to get informations, to get a reply about subscription, about services, about brokerage companies. Euro USD. Let's take a look. Ani, Euro versus US dollar is retesting resistance 1.1540. What? Yeah, right now we have a rebound here, and I told you that maybe if it will maybe confirm its breakdown here below 1.1529, it could slip lower or something. DXY, sell off right now in DXY. I believe that the price of gold rallies. Yeah, an impressive rally here in gold, and I'll wait for a valid breakout here, and if I have a valid breakout, maybe I will take action and I will come back with my trade into the VIP Telegram group. And for those who are not VIP members, you can become a VIP member accessing the link posted right below this video. You can also use that code, that coupon 21 off, to get a 21% discount. Thank you. Okay, this was my live trading session for today, my live Forex webinar. I believe we covered everything. DAX 30 strongly bullish. It has increased to test retest 16,051.70. It could still continue to grow. Okay, so thanks guys again for joining me here, for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video here. Don't forget, I'm waiting for messages maybe right below this this video. This is the only way we can communicate. I'm waiting for messages, for questions. If you maybe you will take a look again on this webinar later today or during weekend, trying maybe to understand better my analysis or something, my strategy, yeah, the way I'm looking at markets. And yeah, I'm waiting for questions. I will be glad to answer to your questions if you'll write me right below this this video in our YouTube channel, Learn to Trade YouTube channel. Don't forget to visit the channel, to subscribe, and to share our videos, to comment. Yeah, thank you guys. Have a great weekend, and if I'll have something later, I will come back with my trades after the market will cool down, will come down after these sharp movements in both directions. Thank you guys. See you next time.